but I don't know how. That made me feel sad. When I went home, I hid under my old blanket. I wondered if I would always feel sad. I wondered if I would ever feel the same. I wondered if I would ever feel like me again. The next time I saw the girl, she brought some words for me. She made me say them over and over. Now I'm inferring there that these images, these words, these symbols are this girl's way of teaching Cartwheel her language. So I can see that she's made a picture, or she's made a cutout of a bird. And she's now teaching Cartwheel how to say the word bird. And she's making her say them over and over. So I'm inferring that Cartwheel is being taught this girl's language. We don't know what language she's speaking. Could be English, could be French, could be Arabic, could be any language, could be Italian. But I'm inferring that that's what's happening because the author isn't telling me that. Irina Kobold is not telling us that that's exactly what's happening. So I'm having to infer what's happening. Every time I met the girl, she brought more words. Some of the words were hard. Some of them were easy. Sometimes I sounded funny and we laughed. Sometimes I felt silly and I wanted to cry. So now I'm starting to understand the significance of these umbrellas on the front cover. I know now that the reason this girl here had brought the little umbrella for Cartwheel was so that she could learn the word umbrella. So she's teaching her to speak the language through symbols. So again, we're inferring that too. We're inferring, and this is the evidence to support our thinking. The evidence is that we can see the little umbrella symbolizing this big umbrella, and she's teaching her words. At night when I lay in bed, under my old blanket, I whispered the new words again and again. Soon they didn't sound so cold and sharp anymore. They started to sound warm and soft. I was weaving a new blanket. Okay, so what's her new blanket? What can you infer about her new blanket? Is it a real blanket? Is she actually sitting there knitting a real blanket? Or is it a metaphorical blanket? So is it a blanket that represents something? We know we're talking about language. We're talking about her learning new words. What can you infer about her weaving a new blanket? So your task today, what inferences can you make about the text so far? How can you be a detective to use the clues? And what are the clues that you were using? You can use any part of the book that we've read so far. Doesn't have to be those 4 pages that we just looked at then. It can be from the start until now. Good luck.